So, we're in the change rooms. I've got my speedos in my bag.
Are you not wearing them?
Well, I feel like if you're going to spring a swim onto us...
Oh, he's getting the rig out.
Well, I'll keep my shorts on. What we found out is you have to swim 100 metres at the end through a lake. But the good news is, the lake is warm apparently. But that is not because the water's warm, but it's because it's so horrendously cold out here that you're going to feel warmer. Is that right? Yeah. So welcome to Exmoor and Shez Jackson, that's right. We live in a camper van now. We sold our house, that's a different story. Ring of Fire training, this is going to be the biggest test. We're in Exmoor and it's 30 miles on day one, 10 miles on day two. Now, that doesn't sound too bad. It's actually the first ever run, and day two, the 10-mile run, we've got to swim through a lake. And I'm like, that sounds more like a duathlon than a run. Anyway, crazy morning, ginger in my hair, we're on a camber, it's absolute chaos. And actually feeling quite nervous about running 30 miles in Exmoor, self-navigated. So there's a number of different challenges. Just to clarify, Mrs. Jacko has just let me know that it's not, I'm not complaining that I've got ginger hair. Clearly, I haven't got ginger hair, I've got grey hair. It's that there was a ginger shot being made on the camber whilst I was in the fridge, and it was just everywhere. We'll talk. Yeah, that'll make it probably look a bit shady. So yeah, ginger in my, apparently ginger in your hair, it's very good for the bacteria in your hair. Help it grow longer, obviously, and makes you run faster. Ultimately.
Do you have ginger in your beard?
Apparently, I've got ginger in my beard. Would you like to be on the camera? Running behind it. Well, this for me is building towards being able to run multiple days in a row, getting ready for that Ring of Fire, 135 miles round Anglesey coastal path in 3 days in September. Wish us luck today. Morning of the race, the mist is well and truly down in Exmoor, but more important things are preparing your snacks for the big runs. That's what the big runs are about. Everyone's the big runs are about things and breathing and whatever. They're about snacks. And coffee walnut, cashew crush, carrot cake, cocoa delight. That's for about the first 5k. No, but seriously, I'm one of these every 5k. See you through. So this is now after, and what you'll notice is the weather is horrendous. You will come to see how completely unprepared was for a self-navigated. Luckily, George, shout out to George, you'll see in the video that yeah, he was top guy, and he had invited me to the event anyway, so he needed to, and local boy knows this place like the back of his hand, so without him, navigating out there would have been horrendous. That said, wanted to say one thing I love about doing events. I haven't done many of them, but what you do notice is with an ultra, like, it's not a race, and like I've said a lot about with the running, it's more about an experience rather than the exercise. And when you go to events like this, like Lorna that you'll see, I think it was first woman, you'll see her in the video, legends, and just being able to chat and talk through, and actually she was super encouraging. She's told me I should do the Dragon's Back race and that I shouldn't consider that that's not possible. Anyway, we'll get onto all that, but one thing you get is you get a beautiful experience all day out in, depending on what the weather's like, but you get to experience beautiful parts of the country, and you get to meet some amazing people and chat. And when you're running along chatting, you share probably more than typically you would do if you just met someone in the street. And the nice thing, again, shout out to George, when we picked up Lorna, she was like completely lost, and so then just stood with us, and she could have actually gone an awful lot faster, but was staying with us to be kind. So that being said, this is Jacko, Mrs. Jacko, George, Lorna taking on the Exmoor 30 miler.
You have to turn west.
You go
Lots
friends.
of people follow the track because it's the line of least resistance. So we stuck a marshal out there to point you how fast you're moving. So if you do get...
Now normally downhills are helpful, but when they're as steep as this, and yes, it is that bleak. Oh my days. Smile, Mr. Jacko. Where's your bandana? Sterling job as course leader. George. Be my friend. It is literally this bleak, this steep. Yeah. Just roll down. I'll just go on your backside. Am I coming over here? Yeah. Right. WhatsApp it me, yeah? Bandana gang. One of the benefits of nasal breathing.
You get a little bit of protein bars in there as well.
You can't,
Did we get some freebies?
you can't be mouth breathing whilst you're eating. When you're running, eat and eat early. Sterling job by tour guide George. FYI, did forget his bandana. Had to borrow one from Jacko. A few K shy of halfway. We're about to cross our, I think it's like the 4th river we've crossed. I say river, stream. When does the sea become the river, become the estuary, become the stream? Good, George, he's worried about his do it for the gram, yeah. And we're going up that. Say what?
Come on, instant G.
You can't take George anyway, don't bleeding Instagram. Yeah, coming in. Checkpoint 5A. That is halfway officially, and we've been promised cake from Rainet. Look at that! You can actually see something. This is what Exmoor looks like. Oh, it's beautiful, George. Beautiful. Morale reasonably low. Just after halfway, the midpoint snacks were average. We had an interesting conversation about what even is average. But that visibility is picking up the morale, and so is the bag of sweets in my pocket. This will slow down considerably. Just done the last checkpoint. Now, Georgia boy has been doing a fantastic sterling job of chief navigator, and we've done 40k. The race is 48k. Old boy, John up there, just told us 3 miles to go, boys. There you go. And there's not. There's not 3 miles to go. We're another 8k. Do the math on that, sunshine. It's not 3 miles. It's not 3 miles. That's meant to break you. We're so strong, we're just going to walk last bit. No, it's downhill. We can. Lorna is absolutely gagging to get back to tea. She's being held up by us. And when I say us, I mean George. The weather has been insane. 4k to go through the nose. Lorna, first lady, smashing it. George at the back, not so much. But but he's led us well. Fair play to him. Here he comes. Come on, Georgie! The rain. It hurts. Last mile. That's the end. That's it. That's it up there. We can't see it. We can't see it. We can't see it. The last bit, I can see it. Tell Mummy I love her. Ah! The last 300 metres. Here she comes. Lorna, first female. Tip of the hat now. Nailed it. Come on. Lorna's going to be third. Go on. We're coming into land. Hey! There's someone to cheer for us. Sprint finish! It's not a race! Woo! Yeah!
268. Jack, what number are you? 25?
I'm number 1, baby! 257.
Alright. Good time. Well done.
78, there you go.
Likewise, I don't think
George,
come in front. Team effort. Oh, there he is.
Day 2. What a day of difference makes. Look at this place. Sun is shining. Someone last night, she'd done Marathon de Sable and loads of other crazy marathons, and I was saying to her, like, I've never done 2 days back to back, like, how are we gonna do it? She was like, but tomorrow will be a new day, you'll sleep, you'll recover, and you'll feel great. I mean, that sunshine is definitely helping, and you know what, like, I'm a bit sore and a bit stiff, but compared to my first ever marathon last year, I do feel like I can run today, which is good, because there's 10 miles to do. Wish me luck. So day 2, 10 miles to go. We're just talking tactics for finding out, or what we found out is, you have to swim 100 metres at the end through a lake. But the good news is, the lake is warm apparently, but that is not because the water's warm, but it's because it's so horrendously cold out here that you're going to feel warmer. Is that right?
Yeah. Not that.
It doesn't hurt at all on day 2. Slow down, Catherine. There you go, 2k. 10 miles, so math on that, 16k. And surprisingly, we're on a little steady uphill. It isn't, I mean, it's bad, but it isn't as bad as you think. The advice yesterday from Nikki that tomorrow will be a new day, you'll get up and you'll run and you'll get it done, is true. And then something I've talked about before in the past, like if anything that normally gives me a little bit of jip in sort of like day-to-day, not day-to-day movements, when I'm doing like mobility work and stuff, would typically be the right knee, the shark bite. But it's my left side, and that's what it's like on my marathon as well. Left glute, hamstring, not adductor. Maybe it is, maybe it's a bit of adductor magnus, but it's a little bit coming from hip flexor, feels like on the left. If I didn't have that, I'd feel pretty golden, other than being like tired, fatigued. So body is currently holding up, which I'm pretty happy with. The Ring of Fire though, We've got a hell of a lot further to go, but this is good training, good practice. It's the first time I've ran a second day after a big one, after the 30 miles yesterday. So yeah, all in all, we've got to be happy. 6k in, and actually body's feeling gradually better. The terrain is much better today. This path, running 5:30 k pace. It's insanely fast. I'm feeling good. Surprised. Yes, we're running. Obviously through the nose, but yes, we're also walking. Because look, this is the type of beautiful terrain that we're on for this experience. Bigger, but slower. Nasal breathing. More efficient. And stay in control of your breath. Stay away from that panting rubbish. That is what we've got to look forward to at the end. Thank you. Thanks. Can you see a tiny little purple dot up there? You probably can't. That little purple dot, Mrs. Jacko. She's like, oh yeah, well, no, I won't do the 10k, the 10 mile with you today. I'll just do the 5k. And woke up this morning, she said, maybe I'll do the 10k, or maybe I'll join you for the 10 mile. I'll see how I feel. And then, oh, but I won't be able to keep up with you. And it's like, she is now about 200 meters ahead, cruising the gazelle, aka Mrs. Jacko. Love heart, but I can't forget my other hand's holding the camera. So, where are the change rooms? I've got my speedos in my bag.
Are you not wearing them?
Well, I feel like if you're going to spring a swim onto us...
Oh, he's getting the rig out.
Well, I'll keep my shorts on. Then you got to...
you got to run back.
You got to provide the... No running, no heavy petting, presumably.
No bombing.
No bombing. You're going to have to take that off, I reckon. Right, and let's hope that whenever Garmin 45 is waterproof.
You're right.
Right, show us the...
Right.
Do I have to wait for the...
No, you're good.
Do they not take me in the boat?
No. As soon as you're ready.
You're doggy paddle, front crawl?
Up to you. I want to see full on butterfly.
I was going to do backstroke.
Go on.
Or just sculling. How deep can you stand up in it?
It's about 10 metres in the middle.
I mean, shorts aren't very... You might get a bit of...
I want to tie them up. I don't want to see any crack.
I've got a problem with the knot. Can't get it back. This is severely... I was on for a good time. This has really slowed things down.
Well, considering you did 30 miles yesterday, I think you can let yourself off.
It's like a photo.
This is recording his vlog for the next week.
Oh, is that?
This is Instagram influencer here.
Once I've done a bit.
Let's have a smile before you go.
So what a great weekend here in Exmoor. 30 miles done on day 1, 10 miles done on day 2, so 40 done. We've got, if we were in the context of the Ring of Fire that we're building up towards, which is only 2 months away, we would need to do 135 miles, so there'd still be 95 miles to go. So a bit of work to be done. Learned quite a lot here. Nikki has done Marathon de Sable and all sorts of stuff. Giving some advice, potentially need to up some training, but I've only got 2 months to go, so we'll see. I've got to play my own game as well. Strength is going to play a key role, not just doing more mileage. But anyway, massive thank you to everyone at Channel Events, all the volunteers that made this event Brilliant event. If you haven't checked it out and you haven't thought about it, there's walking events, there's running events, everything from like 5k up to 30 miles. Really lovely community of people, and in this beautiful surroundings. I would highly recommend coming next year, and who knows, I might even be back as well. So until next time, keep it nasal.